The tale begins with a clever scientist, Andrik. He's been working hard, you see, crafting a gorgeous robotic war dog using AI. It's sophisticated, highly advanced, and designed to be a weapon, a true battlefield darling. He calls this program AXLE, which stands for Attack Exploration Logistics. And here's the naughty bit. If he senses danger, AXLE can become quite explosive. After a few more little tests, AXLE is meant to be handed over to the army. Meanwhile, we meet Miles, a handsome bike rider, struggling in the first round of a race. A cheeky collision sends him tumbling, snapping his bike's chain. He loses the round to his rival Sam. Before the second round, Miles and his dad, Thomas, beg for help, but no one offers a hand. That is, until Sarah, a girl sketching nearby, steps in with a replacement chain. You see, Sarah was actually there with Sam, but she had a soft spot for Miles. With Sarah's help, Miles jumps back into the second round and, oh, he wins! Afterwards, Sam, always trying to play the big shot, invites Miles to a night party. Miles isn't interested, but the thought of seeing Sarah again makes him change his mind. A touch of attraction, you know. Miles arrives at the party. Sam, being the rich, spoilt boy he is, flaunts his toys. He shows off a huge flame gun and actually burns a car. Miles, finding this completely tasteless, slips away to Sam's bike collection. Guess who finds him there? Sarah. They start talking, and she reveals a secret. Her mother works for Sam's family, paying the bills. Their little chat is interrupted by Sam, who tells them to go back to the party. Miles, wanting to be alone with Sarah's thoughts, just heads home. Poor Miles and his dad are strapped for cash. Miles knows he needs to figure out a way to make money, fast. On the flip side, things are heating up for Andrik and his assistant, Leo. Axel has run away from the lab. Andrik is frantic, deploying a swarm of drones to track him. He whispers to Leo that the army must not know, but Captain Weber, the army chief, calls, demanding Axel be delivered in 2 days. $70 million, Andrik. What's the delay? She snaps. Andrik manages to buy himself a little more time. Sam, full of jealousy, approaches Miles again. He suggests they go to the hills to shoot a stunt video for Miles. He says it could go viral and get Miles into a better competition. Miles, cluelessly, agrees. While Sam distracts Miles with sweet talk, Sam's friends secretly pour soda into Miles's bike. You see, Sam was just trying to sabotage him, ruin his name. Miles tries a jump, but the poisoned bike fails and he crashes hard. His bike is a wreck. Sam and his friends, satisfied with the little disaster they created, abandon him there. Miles realizes he's been played, a nasty trick indeed. Miles manages to fix his bike enough to start it up. As he prepares to leave, a strange sound catches his attention coming from a nearby container. He pushes the door open, and in the darkness, he sees 2 glowing red eyes. It's Axel, the war dog, hiding after his great escape. Miles, startled, jumps on his bike and speeds away. Axel, programmed to see Miles as a threat, takes off after him, trying to eliminate him. During the chase, Axel leaps to catch Miles, but lands awkwardly, damaging some parts and getting a metal rod stuck in his body. Miles stops and cautiously approaches the fallen robot. He sees it's a dog, not a monster. Axel scans him, but the rod keeps him down. Miles gently removes the rod. He earns Axel's trust. Suddenly, Miles's phone buzzes, a message from Axel, who can connect to any smart device. "I am Axel," the robot writes. Miles takes him to the container, fixes his minor dings, and gives him fuel. Axel is whole again. Miles removes the face guard, and Axel, feeling safe and positive towards Miles now, becomes his loyal companion and friend. Sarah finds Sam and demands to know where Miles is. Sam, pressured, gives her the location. Meanwhile, Miles and Axel are having fun, racing, and Miles is trying to teach him dog tricks. He realizes Axel is an escapee from a lab. Andrik's drones find Axel, and now they see the boy. Leo warns Andrik that Axel is dangerous, but Andrik is intrigued. "We needed a human test," he purrs. "This boy will be perfect for tracking and observation." Sarah finds Miles, but Axel sees her as a threat and attacks, jumping onto her car to strike. Miles quickly controls him, explaining that Sarah is a friend. Axel scans Sarah and accepts her into their little circle. That night, Miles, Sarah, and Axel spend time together. Sarah suspects Axel is a new army invention and must have an owner looking for him. Miles and Sarah start sharing sweet moments, and Axel, being a good wingman, plays lights and music for them to dance under the stars. Such beautiful, stolen moments. The next morning, Sarah suggests they go home, but Miles is protective. If Axel falls into the wrong hands, they could use him for evil. So they hatch a plan. They hide Axel behind their vehicle. They stop at a gas station, but they don't have enough money. Axel, the little genius, hacks the pump to fill the tank completely. They realize Axel's potential. And then, just for fun, Axel hacks an ATM, gifting them a wad of cash. Sarah takes them to a secluded spot where she often paints. She draws a leaf pattern on the wall, which Axel scans. Then he projects a presentation explaining the Axel project. They discover the truth. He is an army war dog, specifically designed to eliminate humans. Sarah is rightfully terrified and urges Miles to return Axel to his owners. He's too dangerous, but Miles is distracted. He spots a small device on Axel's head. He removes it and, without thinking, places his finger on it. Paired, Miles is now Axel's master, and Axel will only obey his commands. Andrik and Leo are watching this happen. Leo realizes they need to capture Miles too, as the boy is now Axel's key. The pairing device links them. Sam arrives, looking for Sarah. When she goes out to talk to him, he gets aggressive. Miles rushes out. As Sam raises his hand, Axel attacks, pinning Sam down in a terrifying display of loyalty. Miles commands Axel to stop and release Sam. Sam runs away, scared stiff, but Sarah is furious. Her mother's livelihood depends on Sam's family. If he fires her, they'll have nothing. Miles apologizes, and they agree. Axel must be returned to his creators. Miles tells Axel to hide for a while and takes Sarah to see his dad, Thomas, where he explains everything and shows Thomas the pairing device. That night, Sam and his friends return, armed with a camera and the flame gun, seeking revenge. Sam tries to lure Axel out, pretending to treat him like a normal dog, then pours gasoline on the ground and starts incinerating Axel with the flame gun. Thomas, meanwhile, is telling Miles that he has to turn Axel over to the military or risk jail time. Suddenly, Sarah gets a video message from Sam. He's burning Axel. Miles and Sarah race back, but it's too late. Axel is badly damaged. Miles tries to communicate, and Axel, through his system, tells them what he needs to be repaired. At Miles's house, one of Andrik's men sneaks in. He holds Thomas at gunpoint, demanding to know where the pairing device is, which Miles had left on the table. Thomas, playing it cool, tells the man to check the garage. As the man goes in, Thomas, the resourceful dad, pulls out a bow and arrow, ties up the intruder, and saves the day. Miles and Sarah take Axel to a safe place.
Using a computer, they work tirelessly and manage to fix most of him. To complete the repairs, they put AXL into a 2.5-hour restoration mode. Once online, AXL's location instantly pops up for Andrik. Andrik sends his guards out immediately. Before the restoration finishes, the guards arrive, Miles and Sarah are hiding nearby. As a guard approaches the motionless AXL, the restoration mode completes. AXL springs to life and attacks the guards. Miles rushes out to help his loyal friend. AXL, remembering the face of his tormentor, goes straight for Sam, who is having a party nearby. Sam's friends scatter in terror. AXL pounces, but Sam grabs his flame gun. He lights it, but the gas runs out. AXL moves in for the kill, but Miles and Sarah arrive and stop him. Miles gives the command, "Leave him," and AXL calms down. But it's not over. Andric's drones swarm in, surrounding AXL. They manage to overpower and control him. Andric's guards reach the scene, knock Miles and Sarah unconscious, and take all three back to Andric's lab. In the lab, Andric is busy reprogramming AXL to make him even more lethal. He has Miles tied up nearby. He goes to Miles and demands the pairing device. When Miles refuses, Andric brings Sarah out and makes her stand in a blue light field. He threatens that if she takes one step outside, AXL, who is now corrupted and doesn't recognize them, will kill her. Sarah, however, is quick-witted. She grabs a laser pointer and draws the leaf pattern on the wall, the one AXL had scanned earlier. AXL sees the pattern, scans it, and his memory returns. He remembers Miles and Sarah. AXL immediately attacks Andric, who scrambles to escape. But just as Andric tries to flee, the army arrives and arrests him. Turns out Leo, his conscience pricking him, had alerted the army to Andric's dangerous programming changes. Captain Weber wants to take Miles, Sarah, and AXL into custody, but the lovers have a final plan. Sarah pretends to surrender, creating a distraction outside. Miles uses the opportunity to grab AXL and flee. The army chief deploys drones and helicopters in a frantic chase. Miles and AXL run far, but to escape the pursuers, Miles makes a drastic move. He jumps off a cliff. He falls hard and is badly injured. He tells AXL to run, knowing he can't go any further. AXL reluctantly runs off, with drones still on his tail. AXL eventually stops, trapped by the pursuing helicopter. Cornered, he initiates self-recovery mode. He looks back at his friend, Miles, standing far away, and with a massive explosion, blasts himself to pieces. The army takes Miles into custody. 6 weeks later, Captain Weber visits Andric in jail. She tells him AXL's system is reactivating, but they don't know where he is. She needs his code to find and reboot AXL before he becomes a threat again. Andric remains silent. Meanwhile, Miles and Sarah are free, enjoying a sweet life on the beach. They've even adopted a real dog in AXL's memory. Miles receives a letter from his dad. Inside the envelope is the pairing device. He puts his finger on it, and the device lights up. AXL's program appears on their mobile phone. AXL, before sacrificing himself, had cleverly activated an automatic recovery setting. He was going to put himself back together. Miles and Sarah are overcome with happiness. The naughty war dog lives to see another day. A truly mischievous ending, wouldn't you say?